Happy New Year, one and all. Yes, it's 2025 and welcome back to my channel. I hope you had a very good way of bringing in the new year, all this new year, new you. So I thought let's start off with something really essential. If you're looking to have the best year of running, it's all about planning, because as the old phrase goes, if we fail to plan, then we're planning to fail. Having had another successful year last year where I got my bronze medal, British Masters Athletics at the Buntingford 10, bronze medal. The previous year I got a gold medal, so yes, I'm getting older, I'm getting slower, yeah, but I do continue to do my planning. And as you can see here, it says planning, Happy New Year. Yeah, that's right, 2025. And I've done the timeline here of the past 12 months or the future 12 months, because for me it's all about targeting particular races. Oh, as I grab a pen here. Right, now this isn't anything new that I'm going to share with you here. In fact, what I'm going to share with you is what I picked up from a England Masters training course where I went for an away day, and this is available to many Masters runners available around the country. I'm sure in the country that you're residing, maybe US, Canada, Australia, there might be some similar opportunities. But for me, what I'm about to share with you is what I've been doing for the past number of years. But it was quite heartwarming to see that the coach is there with many decades experience. And you would have seen a recent podcast from the head of Welsh Masters talk about this as well. And they go on about more, because for Masters, what's essential is about being able to recover in time. So we target a number of races. So as I take the marker off here, so we have, I would say, 3 types of races throughout the year. We have an A race, B race, and I'll explain what each of these are, and a C race. Now, an A race is the kind of race where we are targeting 100%. This is the one we are going for. Yeah, this is the one, what we are aiming for. So for me, when I'm planning this out, I have being a marathon runner, I have 2 marathons I'm targeting this year. I'll have a spring marathon at the moment. London is in April. I think it's towards the end of April. So I have a race there, and then also I've time qualified for the World Championships at New York City Marathon, and that's at the beginning of November here. So those are my 2 A races that I'm aiming for as a marathon runner. You need to take into account what kind of races you are doing, and also, as I say, allowing for recovery time. I'll probably say the word recovery more times than you can shake a stick at, but that's really essential. Yeah. Apologies for the lighting or whatever. Obviously, I've got an auto exposure on here, but I'm sure you can see what's going on here. So with the training plan, and there's all sorts of training plans out there, whether you're looking at 12-week, 18-week, 26 weeks, you can contact me and reach out to me if you're looking for some assistance, coaching, mentoring. You can contact me on potewithpace@gmail.com. and we can have a chat and see if I can help you if you're looking to improve or do the best that you can do. Now, what I'm going to explain here is if you're looking to improve your times. For a lot of people, if you're just looking to complete a marathon or complete a 5K or 10K, I would say this still applies, but maybe not as stringent, because there are people out there who like to race every week. And as we know, I don't make up these rules. If you're racing every week, the chances of improving is not very good, because our body goes through a particular cycle and we need to recover, recoup, and then improve again and build on that. That's just how it works. So those are my A races there. Then we look at B races, something where we're looking to target a particular time, but it's not the key A race. It's just something that we're building up towards that. So I have a number of races. I've already booked them, where I'll have some in January, February, and March, and maybe one in April, but it might be a short 5K. Why do I say short 5K? because when it comes to marathon running, and this I've picked this up from all the top coaches, running a 10k, half marathon, 20-mile race, that's in all out, guns blazing, is not a good idea weeks away from your A-race marathon. Whilst there are some people out there doing this, they're quite extraordinary, amazing individuals, but that's not the norm, yeah? Because our bodies, we all tend to work in the same way, recover the same way. Some people can recover better and quicker than others. So I have these spread out, and again, they're not all out. I do use a lot of 10-mile races, 20-mile races, where I don't race the whole distance. I'll just use it as marathon pace training. So I'm not going all out. I may have a half marathon 8 to 9 weeks out from the actual marathon itself, where I may race it, but that's very rare. I used to do that a few years ago, but the past 12 months I've not done that. I did have one where I did go out, sort of out, that was around March time, February, March time. But again, it's about controlling and having time to recover, because if we're going all out on a particular race, especially say a half marathon, it would take a number of weeks for a masters runner to recover fully from that, to then start doing some good training sessions that help us get better for the actual marathon. Does that make sense? So those are the B races, and then in there I'll have some C races, and these are just more, I would say, socials. I'm just turning up to have a bit of fun, and these can be dotted around anywhere here. So again, a bit of fun. And for me, with long runs that I do love using half marathons and 20-mile races as part of my long run, and they're often used just for me as a social, and those are what I call C races. So to get the training done and to ensure that I'm getting the mileage and having a good time. Because I'll just show you a graph of how our body works, develops, recovers. Which colour shall we use? Let's go with green. Now there's a cycle when we're training. We want to improve, yeah, but it doesn't work as a straight line. What we have is curves, yeah, it goes up and down. Now that's the ideal one that we want. We want to be improving, but it's going up and down. And depending when we do the race, whether it's here or here, will determine whether we get a PB, not a PB. So if we are racing all the time, we're going to be somewhere in the middle and not reaching these peaks. So we need to allow the body to recover. Unfortunately, what happens with a lot of runners is they go into a decline where they're injured, and then they're basically starting again and not allowing enough recovery, and it just becomes a spiral down, and then you get repetitive injuries, and that's not good, and things can then become chronic. Fatigue wears in, because for me, and I'll talk more about this in terms of the back to basics videos coming out throughout this year, it's all about, for me, getting to the start of the race fit and fresh. Yeah, I don't want to be fatigued, tired and flat. Yeah, do you want to be fatigued and flat, or fresh and fit? For me, I aim for the first one, fresh and fit, and get into the race fresh and fit, better than fatigued and flat. That's just me, that's how I operate, and hopefully by sharing this, it helps that way. And certainly when I've completed the marathon, for me, I take at least a week off from running. No running, none of these recovery runs or anything. I might get on I'll do some walks. I might get on a indoor turbo bike, or go for bike rides outdoors if the weather's good. Yes, I'm a fair weather cyclist. So that's what works for me. I'd love to hear from you what works for you, and leave it in the comments below. This then gets repeated. So I'll have a recovery around here, and then in the summer months, May, June, July, I might do some shorter races and then plan those in here. But those aren't my A, B or C races. For me, I'm just planning around those two marathons, one in spring and one in autumn. So spring, London Marathon, autumn, New York City Marathon. I've got a lot to look forward to in 2025, and I hope you have too. And I'd love to share this stuff as we go through our year. And hopefully, as I say, we continue the planning, because We don't want to fail, do we? We like to succeed. We like to win, whether it's winning medals. Whether it's winning medals like these, or just winning in life, because it's not just about coming first, second, or third. It's sometimes about completing and challenging ourselves. So I hope you found this useful. Remember, planning, planning, planning. If we plan ahead, we can forecast that. Now, I'll talk in future videos how, if things need to change, how we shuffle them about. But by having these plans in sand, so those are my goals. The goal's in concrete, but the plan is in sand. So the plan can change, as it did last year, which enabled me to run a 3:02 marathon at Manchester, whilst the original plan was to go to London and run a sub 3. I felt, because of the training or lack of that I had, I thought the best chance I had was at Manchester, which I did. Ran an amazing 3:02, literally just 1 second off the previous year, and skipped London Marathon because I wanted to recover correctly. Again, love to hear from your comments. Have a great year. Keep spreading word. And if you like this whiteboard stuff, apologies about the lighting. I don't know how it's going to come out. I've seen it glare or come brighter. Hopefully it works, and I'll do some more whiteboarding with you if you do like this. Leave it in the comments. Appreciate the feedback. Thank you all so much. See you all soon, and have a great 2025. Ooh. Ooh.